Teacups. Today we are going to be talking about home hacks. Some of these I just found out this year, so I'm really embarrassed to say that, but since I just found them out, I thought I'd share with you something as simple as fabric softener sheets, alcohol, vinegar. So if you want some home and kitchen hacks, please stay tuned, and without further ado, let's go. So one of the first things that I want to start with is I did not know that you have a filter in your dishwasher. Some of y'all, it's time to be truthful. How many of you knew that your dishwasher had a filter? I'm 40-something years old and I just realized that it has a filter. Y'all comment below and let me know how many, so I'm not the only one. I was so embarrassed when somebody was talking about how they clean out their filter in the dishwasher. And I was like, I have a filter. I'm going to show you right here. I never knew. It's kind of gross, but the fact that it hadn't been cleaned in like 7 years, I expected it to be worse, but still that's nasty. So here's a video showing me cleaning out my filter to my dishwasher. So another hack I learned, I actually didn't know about this one, was if you bring cookies home from the store and like they're soft and they're moist, and you go ahead and put, sorry of those who don't like the word moist, we're talking about cookies. You go ahead and put them in a container, get a slice of bread, put it in there, and put the lid on it, and it keeps them fresh and soft. This also helps with homemade cookies. I've tried it, I loved it, and it does keep them very soft. Another hack I learned is, this is Parmesan cheese, that it actually fits, the lid fits on a mason jar. Fits the larger sizes, fits this one. And I drink my cute little coffees out of these. I love them. It fits on there too. So if you're transporting, it won't come off. So don't just throw out your Parmesan cheese lids anymore. You can reuse them. Sorry about the light, guys. The sun's going down, but hydrogen peroxide. It is just not for first aid or cleaning out your ears. You can use it as an oral mouthwash. Rinse your mouth and then spit it out. If you have any infections or anything, that should help with it. Also put it in a spray bottle, keep it by your toilet, spray your toilet, the inside, and spray the sink and everything, and just wipe it down. This kills germs. Also, hydrogen peroxide, vinegar. Vinegar helps with germs. So you also, if you have stains in your toilet, go ahead and use some vinegar, and it also helps with the germs in the toilet. So that's very helpful. Rubbing alcohol. I never knew that you could use this to clean your mirrors. And here's what the mirror looks like before, and here's what the mirror looked like after. I can't believe I never knew that. Okay, this is a Bounce fabric softener sheet. You can go ahead and clean your fixtures in the bathroom with it. You can also use baby oil to polish your fixtures. And here's what it looks like before, and here's what it looks like after. They're just not for drying your clothes. Also, fold them up, stick them in your shoes. If you've got a shoe problem, shoo-wee. Or if you also want your clothes to smell good, put these in your drawers. Ants, roaches, and flies, right here. They do not like rubbing alcohol, so you can spray it where they like to come in at, or you can actually even spray it on yourself. Hopefully you don't have any open wounds, because alcohol does burn. I'm talking about the rubbing alcohol. They do not like it. It might be a good idea maybe to wet like a tissue or something like that and put it in your pocket, and maybe that would deter them from coming around. Also, rubbing alcohol is good to use for deodorant. You can put a little essential oils that you're not allergic to in 1 drop, because essential oil is very potent, and that can be a deodorant. Another tip for vinegar is you can put it in a bowl in your dishwasher, and if you notice that your cups or your bowls or your plates, if they're glass, are cloudy, if you put the vinegar in there, it will make it sparkling clean. Also, you can use a dryer sheet and wipe your couch if you have animals, and it should just wipe all over your couches. If you got hair, cat hair, dogs, it should pick up all the pet hair. Say if your cooking and you've got a cutting board out, but it keeps on sliding everywhere, get a paper towel, wet it, and then put it down first, and then put the cutting board on top of it, and that should stop it from moving. Let's talk about that perfect pair of heels that you bought, or those nice shoes that you bought, men, and they're too tight. What you can do is you can spray it with rubbing alcohol, then put on some very thick socks and put your foot in them and wear them around for about an hour. If you have a husband that has bigger feet than you, or a child that has bigger feet than you, then make sure you go ahead and ask them to do it, and then take a picture. Use it as ammo. Hopefully they're heels. Another hack is about eggs. Sometimes you take, or people have taken their eggs out of the carton and put them in a little container. So if the egg, you put it in some water, and if the egg sinks, you're okay. If it floats, throw it away. Do not eat it. Nothing worse than rotten eggs. They not only smell bad, they taste bad. Not Dr. Seuss. No, thank you. If you love candles like I do, and most of the time I use a candle warmer, but sometimes I do actually light a few candles. And if you get wax somewhere, just put an ice cube on it, let it sit, and it comes right up. Okay, another item I highly recommend. This is actually like a melon scooper. You'll scoop it in your fruit to cut out little balls of melons. But what I use this for, I don't like melons, but my son and my husband do. What I use this for is when I make cookies, I'll put it in the batter and it scoops out the perfect scoop. And then you just hit this and it releases. I'll show you in a video I made before and where I use this, and it's just perfect and it's not messy. You don't have to take your finger and do that or anything. It just scoops it, that's it. If you want to flatten your cookies out a little bit, you can just put a cup on top of it and it flattens it out. Really good device. I love avocados. This is a good home hack. You can cut it, scoop it out the slices, and you can take the core out with this. It just saves you a whole lot of time. I really like this. You just have to use one utensil and you don't even have to touch the avocado. So love it. Okay, and another hack I learned was from, I call her Mama, but it's one of my best friend's moms, and she's been like a mom to me since I was a very young child, maybe in second grade. Hydrogen peroxide, she said, whenever you have the bottom of a pan burnt, I'll insert a picture right here of what I did. And this actually cleans the burnt stuff off. Thank you, Mama. This was a really good hack and tip. Thank you. Absolutely love my air fryer. So one of the things, if you want that golden brown look, you can spritz it a few spritz of cooking spray, and it does it a natural, pretty golden color, but make sure you don't overspray it. Also, an air fryer is great for, let's just say, pizza. You can put it the next day, you can put it in there and, you know, just warm it up probably for a minute or 2 minutes at 350, or you can do that with fried chicken. My son uses it all the time. He absolutely loves it because he says he hates going to McDonald's, not finishing his fries, and then eating soggy fries. So another hack I learned is you can get a cookie sheet and go ahead and put all your ingredients. I have it in one spot and it's very organized and it's quick. So you just take about 5 minutes before you start your recipe, get everything it calls for, put it on the baking sheet, and you've got everything right there. You don't need to be leaving the kitchen to go get this. And you'll also know if you're missing anything before you even get started. Okay, comment below what your favorite, ice cream is. I'm an ice cream lover. So sometimes that ice cream would bend a normal spoon. I always use an ice cream scooper. But what I also do is I'll boil that water. I'll show you this, my tea kettle right here. And I'll boil some water. I'll stick this down in it for a few minutes in a cup. And then it just makes the ice cream scoop out really easy. Use hot water before you start scooping out the ice cream. This really works. Another thing is, this is an apple core, and if you've ever wondered how they got French fry wedges, you can make them with this. You just stick it on the potato facing up like this and go down, and you have where you can make those homemade fries. They're really good. So I just wanted to ask that you would stay tuned for the upcoming videos. This was actually part 1 because I had so many of these hints and hacks to share that I needed to make a part 2. So be looking forward to that, and thank you so much for spending time with Tea Time with Miss T. Love you. So this one's a prevention when you're baking or cooking, sometimes recipe calls for room temperature eggs, and unless it specifies, you should use Sometimes when you're baking, it might cause for room temperature eggs. So what you can do is get some warm water and put the eggs in it to bring it to warm temperature, but make room.
You don't want to, this is not Dr. Seuss, green eggs and ham. No way, no thank you.